How good is the AS Lavina? Is this one of the best guns in the game, or is it underpowered? In today's episode of Gun Review, we're going to be looking at this coveted, cool gun. So let's go head over to our boy here, Endgame Armorsmith, and let's look at the AS Lavina. So, for upgrades, we have an aiming speed upgrade, we have a breath holding upgrade, or we have moving while aiming 12%. Of the two, honestly, breath holding for this thing, its range is pretty limited. You probably are better off going with the moving while aiming, but we've already gone the other route. We also have recoil recovery, 15%, and then a recoil decrease that does require a blueprint. For other things, we have the wear and tear 20%, or the wear and tear from external 12. That's just significantly worse than wear and tear 20. It's not even the same value, and it's also a lower, it's a lower amount, and it's from a wear and tear that's not as high impact. So wear and tear 20% is the way to go. Weight reduction into flatness. Flatness does push your range up a little bit, but it does require a blueprint, so you'll have to look up where to get that blueprint. The scope mount, of course, is nice, so you can throw optics on. And then for the handguard, you have the ergonomic handguard, 15% aiming accuracy, spread decrease on the counterweight, which also, so it's incompatible. So it's an either or. It doesn't lead into it. You can run one or the other. Of the two, honestly, probably spread decrease would be better, because aiming accuracy, it's weird because they seem to be the same thing, but I'm pretty sure this is fully automatic from firing from the hip, and then this is when you're aiming. So it depends on what you want, but you probably want the aiming overall, but you could go counterweight. Tactical foregrip, recoil decrease 10%, laser, spread decrease 20%, aiming speed 5. These are always good to have on any gun, no matter what it is. And then for the barrel, damage drop off, 12% is nice, more damage at range. Bullet velocity versus flatness, you can't get both. The bullet velocity appears to increase the range more, so that's why I went with that. And then the return mechanism sleeve gives you 20% more bullet range. It's weird because for how many bullet velocity, bullet range increases, it still only puts you at 2.25, which is really not that far for a gun that kind of looks like it should shoot far. But it is kind of like this super suppressed close range weapon. So now let's check out how it performs. The Lavina has just 2 attachments. It can accept the 2x scope, the PAO 2 times, and they can also accept the 4x PSO scope. So if you want to give it a nice scope, you can do that. It's time for Lavina breakpoints. Now, there's only one max level exosuit, so we're really just going to care about AP breakpoint, because this dude's going to tank us. So 1, 2, 3. 3 is not terrible, and then against the lessers, it's 2. So AP ammo 2 taps, lesser exosuits, and 3 taps, bigger exosuits. And then for base ammo on the Lavina, 4 taps, lessers. So if it 4 taps lessers, it at least 4 taps the heavier ones, but it probably kills in 5 to 6. So in terms of breakpoints, not the best gun. The Vintar has higher base damage, so if you want a type of gun like this, just run the Vintar. If we go full auto, it mows down things relatively quickly like you'd expect. Then if we switch to AP ammo full auto, if I have some, which I do. So full auto AP, might as well go for the 2 tap, the 2 to 3 tap. Going full auto with this gun is not terrible. It's reasonably controllable. Let's actually check out its recoil. So the nice thing about certain guns is when you fire in bursts, some of the recoil is great, but as it gets to this point, I would say stop. So what you want to do really is fire in short bursts if you want to go full auto, and then just drag down so you can get tighter groups. Because ideally what you want to do is focus your bullets on the head of the enemy to get the kill quickly. Now, is this like an endgame weapon? Definitely not. It has a base damage of 20. It's not bad. Like, its breakpoints aren't terrible, honestly. There's certainly better options, but this is definitely a gun you can run if you really like it. The Vintar does have, I think, 2-tapped breakpoints on the AP dudes, or on the AP dudes, on the tankier ones. And mostly this is what you're fighting in endgame maps, are these enemies. So you have to consider that when choosing a weapon. But this actually has decent breakpoints. Its recoil is fairly controllable. It's super suppressed, so it's very quiet. Now, if you can't kill in a single shot, like if I kill a dude here, this guy will get like alerted. But typically things in the next room will not, because it is very suppressed. So that is one of the advantages of it. So if you can get a kill on an enemy, like a quick like full auto kill, or like 2-tap, or like 3-tap, before the enemies are alerted, it can be useful for like stealth. But currently right now in the game, the stealth is not the best, and generally you're going to be getting discovered quickly, so stealth is just not really there yet. It's not like in Metro, like Exodus or something, where the stealth matters. But overall, decent gun. Certainly outclassed by other things that can be suppressed, but it's still serviceable in endgame. So if you want to run it and you just have, you know, like a fondness for it or something like that, it's viable. It's good. It's like B tier, I would say. It's not bad. It does use 9x39, which isn't as cheap as like some of the other guns, like the Zuber, the Nipro, and the Karad. Maybe not the Karad, but like the Zuber and the Nipro can kind of hit that 2 to 3 tap breakpoints for cheaper ammo, and they have higher durability. So just suppressing one of those will outperform this, but this is serviceable, decent option, definitely endgame viable. For durability, let's check it out. It does kind of burn through durability to some degree. I think it has less durability, because it's built-in suppressed, it has that 15% less durability at base. It only can be run suppressed though, but typically built-in suppressed weapons do have lower durability, so like a Zuber and a Nipro will have higher durability and better breakpoints than this. Same thing with the Vintar. Vintar has better breakpoints than this. But yeah, that is it for the Lavina. Definitely like and subscribe if you found this useful, and I will see you in the next one.